I just want to take a little bit of your time to explore for a moment the power of having a supportive community. This is going to permeate things like finding your voice, showing up and speaking out about the things that you're passionate about. And then, of course, just showing up for your business and for yourself, making sure that you're developing a business or a career that really supports your lifestyle. You know, this reciprocity of those two things is really important because we're not intended to balance the two. There's no real equality that can be found. You can't like put a number or a mass or something on these things. It's more about the flow that you experience between these things. And in order to do that, you really do need to have a supportive community. So I guess I'm just gonna start there. It's a little bit off the cuff. I'm feeling very empowered this morning. I'm feeling like the world is my oyster, and it's not because of anything that I have independently done. It's because of the people around me and how they've supported me. I had one colleague who just gave of their heart and just said, hey, you know what? I have all these resources available. They're really great connective resources. I know that I have been interested for a long time in connecting with a variety of people in my field and in many other fields as well, because I'm all about collaboration over competition. And I was reaching like a little bit of a lull in finding these spaces, and this person was like, hey, dude, I've got spaces, here you go. It was beautiful. And then of course I connect with, I've got an accountability group, and I go and I hang out with them, and you know, we share our highs and lows because everybody experiences them, and it's really important for us to really share that. And for me, over the last month, it's been a challenge to just get up and do to make sure that I get the tasks done, because hey, guess what? I'm a human too. And we need to make sure that we have systems and processes around ourselves that support us. Luckily I do, which is great. I also need a community that supports me as a human as well. And so I was able to consistently, over the course of the last month, connect with these people in a way that made me feel empowered, that made me feel validated, that made me feel like I could do the things when it's time to do it. And it's okay to take a little bit of a slow moment. In fact, it's okay to take a slow season. We're supposed to. And then when the sun starts shining like it is today, when you start feeling a little bit more empowered, when your energy starts to elevate, and you're like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do my makeup today. You can, and you do, and you feel like it was okay all along because you had that supportive community. In addition to that, I'm really big on making sure that you're showing up as your authentic self, that you're using your own very real personality and your own voice to share the things that you're meant to share with the world. This is really important. This is not just important for your business. It is important for your business, P.S., because that's what attracts the people to you. If you're going to sound like every single Sally and Joe out there, then, well, you're going to blend in with Sally and Joe. But instead, if you start saying things that are unique to you, if you are starting saying things, I've had people say, what in the world? I'll say, holy Hannah, that's a thing. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I say holy Hannah. It's just I don't know where it came from, so don't ask me. But like things like that, things that are personality wise in my tone, in my inflection. If I start talking to you about, I was just talking to a client about, you know, we've only got an N of 2, which is not very high, but well, some people are going to understand that and some people aren't. And it can get jargony, so you have to be careful with that. But showing up as yourself. Also, like, things like the rhythm of your voice. I know that I get excited. I know that I start speaking fast, but that's a part of who I am. I do try to slow it down so as not to overwhelm, but this is a part of who I am and how I show up. I'm nerdy. I'm going to talk about nerdy things. I love psychology and neuroscience. That's my background. That's my bread and butter. That's what I bring to the world of organic growth marketing. That's who I am. And I know, and it's really important for you to tap into that thing that makes you who you are, you know, and your community can support you in that. Your community can empower you to say weird things, to make weird faces, and have it be okay, because it is okay, right? That community that brings life to you, that brings life to the world. That's what it's here for. That's what it's here for. And that's what's going to attract the right people to you. That's what's going to really empower you to do and say the things that you want to do and say. And this even extends beyond just your tone and showing up as yourself authentically and conveying the messaging that you want to convey. It bridges the gap between your personal and professional messaging to your personal and professional advocacies. It gives you empowerment to say, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm tired of being shut down by the patriarchy. You know what? Racism, this is a no-go. We don't do that anymore, guys, right? This is an inclusive space. We're a community where we're empowering others, okay? I don't care. I don't care who you are, where you come from. We lead with kindness here. Okay? This is what we do. And you feel empowered to say so. Because you know you've got your posse behind you. And so I wanted to just thank you, community. Thank you to the people in my world. Thank you for empowering me and for sticking with me through these very many years. I'm almost at 10 years of being in business, and it hit me. It hit me right in the face this morning about how I'm just so grateful. I've been blessed to have a community around me, friends, Frolleagues. That one's not my word, but I'll take it. I'm just so grateful today. And I wanted to share that gratitude and empower you to make those connections, collaboration over competition, because you never know where your business bestie might be hiding, or you never know who that person will be who will connect you to the right people because they just want to. Because it feels good to help. It feels good to support. It feels good to be there for someone else just as much as it feels good to know you've got someone who's there for you. So without getting mushy, I'll let you guys have a great rest of your day. And thank you for being in my world. See you later.